Hello, my name is Blaine Butler, and I'm going to be pitching my three new product ideas for the Capstone 579A course. Business idea number one. I'm going to answer the big five questions that were produced and developed by us for our class last Wednesday. What is the business idea number one product? Imagine, if you will, large-sized TV tablets that will be used to disrupt the existing TV market. In addition, also disrupt large cable companies and allow the current use of growing streaming services such as Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hulu, etc. Now, who will buy this particular product? Mostly millennials, as all the research actually shows us, that are moving away from buying TVs altogether and using their phone, computers, and existing smaller tablets for specific periods of entertainment or for this particular entertainment. However, households that are looking to reduce monthly expenses such as large cable companies and large services, would actually move to something like this altogether so they could get all their streaming services that they currently pay for, say, $20 a month, Amazon Prime, Hulu, Netflix, all of those actually on their specific product or on this TV tablet. It will actually provide them greater flexibility, more functionality, higher resolutions in the long run, and cost sensitivity, and again, be able to have direct access to all the content they currently consume. That also includes the internet, music services, and gaming. So imagine bringing together a tablet-like experience, but into the TV world where everybody can use and consume the existing services they have, not to mention to have the particular TV be a touchscreen. Why will you win against the competition? Well, traditional TV watching has switched to more on-demand and streaming services. However, this will also disrupt the large, expensive cable MSOs and the DVR industry. So I currently believe that all of these existing cable networks, they all have their own applications, they all have their own access to the particular product or service or the show. You can get Game of Thrones, you can actually watch NBC, ABC, CBS. All of these specific groups have actual apps or applications that allow you to watch any particular programming that you're interested in at any particular time, at any particular place. Now, the size of the market opportunity is interesting. A stat that I actually pulled from Nielsen statistics was that traditional television watching is declining faster than ever as streaming services become more mainstream of a feature in American homes. Nielsen predicts that 72% of homes will have either a DVR or streaming services in 2016. Actually, and that number is actually a little bit higher because we are now into 2017. But during 2016, 72% of homes are actually currently have either using streaming services or DVRs to record their existing shows while they're not around. Okay, let's move on to the second idea. Business idea number two. Again, answering the big five questions, what is the particular product? Now, this one's a little bit more complicated. These are transcription services combined with an ad network for podcasts to find key phrases that will take their listener directly to the point of interest. For example, if you were looking at an hour-long podcast on how to fix, or a video on how to fix your kitchen sink, you can type in specifically where you go, and it will take you straight to the point of the video where that specific, like what type of wrench do I use to loosen my particular sink, or whatever the case may be. And it will go straight to minute 430, and it'll tell you what it is. And that will also promote better searching of relevant information for the consumer. And the podcast publishers will be able to take that existing content, then the search engine words that they're actually entering into their knowledge base, and use that to deliver relevant ads so that their followers see ads based on those particular services. If I needed to know what type of wrench it was, maybe an ad would pop up specifically from Lowe's that has a sale on these specific wrenches for actually building sinks, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Or you could get that particular service off Amazon Prime. Who's going to buy this particular service? All podcasters that have built a strong brand are looking for other areas of monetization. Currently today, there are several areas on how they actually monetize, sponsorships, pushing people to specific products, in a variety of different ways where they're actually generating actual money in different channels. However, they need to have an opportunity to keep expanding on those existing channels and create additional revenue channels for the types of brands that they actually have to further increase their brand penetration. Why will they buy it? They see it purely as a revenue generating channel, coupled with highly targeted ads. Everybody understands that ads can be very expensive, and a click on those particular ads actually generates revenue back to the podcaster. It'll just simply increase and create new lines of revenue for these existing podcasters. Why will they win against the competition? It's better and more relevant ads and higher click-through rates than existing ad models. So the more contextual that you can actually get with a consumer on what they're actually looking for with the development of those particular search words would actually provide very relevant and more specific ads directed to those consumers. And that would actually create the opportunity for cross promotion, selling other products, a variety of different things, depending on how you have your ecosystem actually built around the podcasts. Now, the size of the market opportunity is somewhat interesting. There are currently over 250,000 podcasters that are actually publishing content on iTunes today. Many are not monetizing their brands as effectively as they could, and a lot of them are not showing any kind of ads of any sort or any sort of cross promotion other than regular, relevant products and services that they currently offer. A lot of times inside the podcast, I listen to a few specific podcasts around business development, things of that nature, and they talk about a lot of specific products in that particular product or in that podcast, However, after the fact, I got to go out and I got to do some searching, and then I type in a specific keyword searching for this particular product that would actually help me within my specific business, and it takes me straight to the actual site for this particular opportunity. Now, it would be better if someone can actually type in Pipedrive, for example, which is a highly used sales methodology software that's used across the industry and is becoming very popular. Now, they can do that, and if they had links directly to it or promotional ads directly off their sites, that would create an opportunity for consumers to click through, go through and buy the products, and that would actually be a lot more relevant for the person and the individual that was actually doing the search on the particular platform. Now let's move on to number 3. Business idea number 3. What is the product? Now, this product is a little bit more conceptual, and it might be a little bit harder to prove, but I believe that this particular product would have a use in the marketplace today. It's an Uber-like service for licensed professionals. Call them electricians, plumbers, contractors, handyman, etc. This is a communication app, much like Uber is, that will allow consumers to find professional services immediately during a situation that can be anything from a busted water line, which happened to me several weeks ago, all the way through just changing the locks. You actually go into the app, you see the actual respondents' ratings, you understand that they're bonded and licensed. We connect them with the Better Business Bureau, so you get an understanding of what their rating is within the marketplace. And in addition to that, they will also have an ability to actually rate their experience with that particular service provider. So it can be anything from mowing someone's lawn to changing locks to something immediate like a water main busted and you need to find somebody other than calling 1-800-ROTO-ROOTER, which is highly expensive and takes a long time to actually repair the services. Now, who will buy this? This is going to be a free use app. It's going to be homeowners and renters and small businesses can download the free application and choose the services and locations at lower than traditional market prices. So, for example, a small business that has just a few folks in it, they find that there's a rodent problem, they can call an exterminator or find an exterminator that's in the area and they can take care of that rodent problem almost immediately, as opposed to calling 1-800-ROTO-ROOTER and waiting and setting an appointment for them to come out and spray the materials and do all that, and then you pay your premium prices and services to have them come out sooner rather than later. Now, the reason why they'll use it is it's ease of use, simplistic, and it's cost effective, and there's no upfront charges. So much like Uber, if there's a service out there and you're looking for it and it's not something that you like, most Uber drivers do the same thing. But in this particular marketplace, you would actually have customers that are looking for a variety of different services, and services could be added on specifically inside these specific apps with the consumer connecting with the service provider. So think of it as taking everything off an Angie's List, where you go to see the best person or the best recommendation for someone to fix a sink. And then you can actually find people directly within your app that are actually close to you that are willing to come out and take a look at your sink. And they would actually show you their costs, and they would actually compare those costs with other particular service providers, and then you can actually make your own decision on who you want to come out. Now, why will they buy it? It's easy to use, it's simplistic, it's cost effective, and there's no upfront charges, and it's quick and it's immediate. So generally speaking, when I had a problem with a water line actually breaking in my bathroom, it happened in the middle of the night, and it wasn't realized until first thing in the morning. And so what I had to do was actually had to call Roto-Rooter. They came out to the house. My bathroom has currently been in a state of disarray for about 5 weeks because they were negotiating back and forth with the actual insurance. Insurance came through in a very short period of time. However, what did happen is these people that I asked to do these services were booking them out. They were pushing the bookings out, and they were pushing the times and the times of day and when they were actually coming out because of the other jobs that they had scheduled on top of that. So this would be something that would be more necessarily used by the small independent contractors. And it's like, why will you win against the competition? Big traditional services, as I just spoke of, are very expensive and charge premiums based on that particular services and the time of day. So if you had something that happened, let's say at 9 o'clock at night, and you'd like a resolution for it, or at least a quick fix, there could be a handyman out there. There could be somebody that, again, is licensed and bonded that could be able to pop in, be able to take care of the problem until you could address it the next day and sort of put a stopgap, if you will, before it becomes critical in nature. Now, the size of the market opportunity could be huge. Uber has a valuation of over $60 billion today, but they operate globally. But just imagine that all homeowners that actually have digitally live communication solutions for last-minute critical services. So most people have probably ridden on an Uber. Other folks have also used other particular services like Porch, or used other buying apps where they will send, like Zulily, will they send you the deals of the day. So all those particular folks have the opportunity to actually connect and buy services from local people within their local towns and in their local area as they see fit. And this just expands across everything. So all homeowners, renters, small office will be able to actually work with independent owner operators that actually have license and bonded to be able to do these services. Plumbers, for example, they can work at large companies, but there's also plumbers out there that work on their own, under their own operator license, and they're just a sole proprietorship. There's a variety of different opportunities for this specific idea that's in the marketplace, and I think that this is one of the stronger ideas that I've presented today. In addition to all of that, I want to thank everybody for their time and for sitting down and listening with me. And I look forward anxiously to everybody's feedback. Thank you very much, and have a great evening.